Welcome back, class. In this week's micro lecture, we will be talking about following up after an interview. Interview follow-up can increase your chances of getting the job, yet many candidates don't bother doing this. Interviewers often view follow-ups by a job seeker as a proactive step that shows initiative and interest. Good follow-up reinforces your qualifications and helps you stand out favorably from the competition. Be patient during this stage of the job search. The hiring process takes longer than you want it to take and often longer than even the employer expects. The key to follow-up is timely action. Evaluate your interview performance and send follow-up messages to your interviewer. After an interview, you will follow up at least once with your potential employer. Complete the following steps before reaching out. Part A, draft a thank you letter. B, write a script for your follow-up phone call to provide additional information. C, draft a follow-up email to kindly request information about the job opening now that the date for filling the position has passed. And D, ask someone to review and comment on your letter, script, and email. Revise them based on their comments and feedback. Waiting to hear back from an interview. Evaluate the interview. At the earliest possible time, summarize and evaluate your own interview performance in writing. Keep in mind how interviewers tend to evaluate job candidates during interviews. This evaluation will help you do the following. Enhance your positives. Note what you did well and look for ways to reinforce these positives in your follow-up actions. Next, diminish your negatives. Note what you forgot to say or did not express as well as you would have liked. These are areas you might be able to address or fix in your follow-up interactions. Follow up on commitments. Did you agree to send something to the interviewer or the company? It is critical that you complete each commitment on or ahead of schedule and communicate with them that this has been completed. Plan your schedule for follow-up. The last two questions in the evaluation are about how the interviewer wants to be contacted and the timing for the hiring decision. These will impact your next steps of mapping out your follow-up strategy. Doing your evaluation immediately after the interview is critical. Don't wait even an hour or until the next morning. Why not? Because it's too easy to forget little things that will make a big difference in the long run. Plan your follow-up strategies. Demonstrating your ability to follow through is a crucial trait that employers look for. Complete your interview evaluation promptly because some items might be best addressed in your follow-up thank you note. Your thank you note should be sent within a few days of the interview. You should write a thank you note to every person who interviewed you. Connect with your career network again. If a member of your career network is influential with your prospective employer, contact them to ask for additional support. A friendly follow-up call from this person to the employer could tip the scales in your favor. An alternative to the follow-up call by a network member is a letter of recommendation from one or more people who can confirm your qualifications. Some employers routinely request letters of recommendation from former employees, managers, or supervisors of applicants. Arranging to have such letters sent on your own demonstrates initiative, another benefit for you. Plan for dealing with job offers. Prepare yourself by responding to the following. List factors you should consider when evaluating a job offer. Be thorough in your answer. You may want to talk to a member of your career network, a placement counselor, or both. Address the factors that are specific to your personal job search journey, as well as general factors. Next, explain how you can best respond to a job offer made in person. If you think that you want the job, if you're sure that you want the job, and if you know that you do not want the job. Next, how can you best respond to a job offer made by phone? Then, list the follow-up steps you should take when accepting a job offer. And last, what should you do to reject a job offer in a professional manner? Add your completed work to the About Jobs section of your Career Builder files. Now, what do you do if you don't get interviews? There are many reasons you may not be getting interviews. You may have applied for more than 10 jobs and not received a single response. It may be time to start to rethink your strategy. You may need to use more sources. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has compiled data showing that people who use many resources for finding job leads find jobs faster than people who use only one or two resources. If you're relying on Monster and Craigslist for job leads, look at the many sources of leads in Chapter 6 and expand your search options. It could be that you are applying for all the wrong jobs. It could be that you're applying for jobs that do not match your qualifications. Look carefully at the requirements for several jobs you have applied for. If your skills and qualifications are on the low end of the requirements, this could explain why you're not getting any interviews. You may be applying for too many jobs or through a method that has too many applicants, such as an online job board. Job sites make it easy to respond to job listings and employers to get more applicants this way than through other resources. The more effective personal way to reach prospective employers is through your career network. Alternatively, focus on fewer jobs that are a great fit for you and your qualifications, and follow up with cover letters and phone calls. Counter rejection with success strategies. To counter natural feelings of rejection, the best approach is taking immediate positive action. Maintain a positive attitude. Evaluate your performance, your personal brand statement, and your job application package. Connect with your network for support. Update your contacts list. Plan your next job search steps and follow through. Keep moving forward and don't spend too long looking back. Taking a short breather helps renew your energy and enthusiasm. Allow yourself one day, but no longer, to do something you enjoy and to relax. Then jump back into your job search journey. Rejection is not an excuse for giving up. Refresh your resume. You may need to give your resume a facelift. Print a copy of your master resume and compare it with sample resumes online. Request feedback on your resume from your career network contacts, such as people who are already in the job that you like. If the strategies do not seem to help, get professional assistance to re-energize your job search. Make an appointment with a career counselor to get a professional appraisal of your job search strategy and recommendations for new strategies. Work with a resume advisor to make sure your resume stands out in appearance and content. If interviews don't lead to job offers. Getting an interview indicates that you are of the top applicants for the job. Every time you make it to the next stage in the job application process, take a moment to celebrate. Getting interviews is a positive sign. It means your resume, application, and network are working for you. Most people have several interviews with multiple companies before they are offered a good job. Each company may have a process that includes multiple rounds of interviews. Take what you've learned from each interview to the next one and use it in your favor. Getting a top-notch job is a full-time job that usually requires several interviews and some rejections. If you receive a rejection, always ask the interviewer for feedback so you can learn and improve. Try to get a detailed answer. If you weren't the right fit, why? What else were they looking for? Consider your interview performance. Do any of these items apply to you? Was I not physically prepared for the interview? Was I not mentally prepared for the interview? Did I not show awareness of the company's current situation? Did I not convince the interviewer that there is a match between qualifications and job requirements? Did I not give a well thought out example that showed in concrete, measurable ways? Did I not build positive rapport with the employees? Were my answers too long or was I rambling? Did I say something negative about a previous employer? Or did I not convince the interviewer that there was a match between myself and the culture of the company? How to improve your performance. Take these actions. Make notes about the ideal answer to each question that you are asked. Also, go video record yourself answering the questions to provide practice and a chance to see how you look to an interviewer. Strategies for better outcomes. If you're not sure why you were not selected for the job, call the interviewer and ask for an honest evaluation. You may very well learn that the selection had nothing to do with your interview performance or job qualifications. If you are aware of the perceived shortcomings based on the interview or your job application package, it could help to prepare a strong written clarification that you could refer to while making this follow-up call. The interviewer may be willing to tell you if they considered you to be lacking in an area of skill, training, or experience. This information may be the starting point for an update for your skills or interviewing techniques before your next interview. Networking means developing a broad list of contacts, people that you've met through various social and business functions, and using them to your advantage when you're looking for a job. People in your network may be able to give you job leads, offer you advice and information about a particular company or industry, and introduce you to others so that you can expand your network. The best place to start developing your network is with your family, friends, and neighbors, and with their family, friends, and neighbors. But don't just stop there. Talk to coworkers, colleagues in your industry, and those you meet at industry gatherings such as trade shows and conferences. Talk with former coworkers, bosses, and teachers. The key to successful networking is deciding to put the energy needed to make it work. Opportunities can arise through networking. Persevere for success. No one is right for every job. The right person for a job doesn't always get the job. The best prepared and most determined person often does. While you may be partly responsible for initial rejection, you have the power to turn the situation to your favor. That is all for our week 5 micro lecture. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or to one of your academic coaches. Good luck. We'll talk to you next week.